What's up, guys? Jomar here, and Rain, the new acquired center for Paces Gaming, doing the podcast presented by Salesforce, and we're gonna be talking about the power forward builds on the league build. So we'll just jump right to it. The first build, I'm gonna let Rain start. Give him the little go. The versatile Paint B 6'8". What do you think about the build in general?
I think it's probably the most used build by everybody in the league. It's more of like a get steals and like kind of force the point guard to hit the center and rotate type of build.
This is definitely the aggro build for sure, right? The steals, look for all the flukies, just play aggro. Would you play on this one, or you're more like conservative?
Nah, you definitely want to attack the point guards and the centers with this build. Like more reaches, it's more fast. It has less interior than the other build that most people use. It's also better offensively, I'd say.
Yeah, a little bit. That lucky 7 on silver, I didn't even know. I didn't peep it because I'm not playing that position a lot. Lucky 7 on silver is wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking at the badges, let's just talk about the badges real quick. Obviously, I don't know if they all have it. We'll eventually see. But posterizer and limitless takeoff on goal with the finisher, so that's solid. Just in case you want to get a dunk out the corner.
Yeah, it has a high driving dunk too with 92.
Shooting wise, blinders, catch and shoot, limitless. I mean the usual. Sniper on bronze. The all builds that got sniper on bronze?
I want to say they do.
Yeah, I think. Let me see real quick. Let's check real quick. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But you see, sniper is on bronze. Not like you guys are probably used to sniper Hall of Fame and you white and that is just going in every time. We're here like. You really gotta time your shot, and yes, wipes drop. That's normal. That's 2K algorithm, but it's a little harder. So just in general, the 3-point shooting is 78, which I think is a little lower than the 6'9". We're gonna see eventually. I think playmaking, the all builds are probably the same, right? It's just pass accuracy and that's it.
It doesn't have like any ball handle, so as soon as you put the ball on the ground, it's getting stripped.
What do you think about that? Just in general, as in terms of like, is the league, quote unquote, like, is this good for the league? Power forwards not being able to like create at all, or you think power forwards should have at least like? I feel like this is bad. Like, how is it 25 speed, 20-foot ball handle? You're basically getting trapped to just stay in the corner and not do anything, right? Do you like it, or you think like it balances it out?
Me personally, I think that you should at least like be able to put the ball on the ground to like drive if you need to or something like that. But I mean, it's how the build is this year with power forwards and centers. Like, you can't really dribble at all. As soon as you put it down, you're getting stripped. So
that's a definitely 100% a thing. Like, I think just in general, power forwards probably ask for more because we know how like guards get a little love here and there. They got all these badges for shooting, dunking, all this stuff. I feel like in general, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to balance it out where everybody has a role, but at the same time, you're limiting the quote-unquote offense to just a specific player, right? You can't win a game with your power forward being, the main, thing. Like, you can't do it. And hopefully in the future, we get to a point where everybody can be a superstar on every position. But for now, we are very limited to that, as you can see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Defensively, obviously I think it's top tier in terms of attributes and badges. Like, it's literally all around.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, it has the best shooting badges, like a gold corner, silver lucky 7, has the highest dunk rating I think out of all the power forward builds, and then also has the highest steal rating. It has a little bit less rebounding, but it's definitely like still manageable. With like, then you got Hall of Fame box still,
and the big one, speed. I think it's the highest speed, right?
Definitely has the highest speed.
So that's the 6'8". We'll jump right to the 6'9" so you guys can see, but we just showing you guys the first two, and just as you can see, we're talking a lot about it because this is probably one of the two main builds that are being used. The other ones will probably chop it up a little bit, but this one is like I said, like the build that everybody loves to use as a power forward guarding the PNR when you're aggro and all this stuff. And then the next one we're gonna show, the 6'9". We're gonna jump right to it. The two-way facilitator one is the other one people are using, and they're using a little bit more now because they can still it's a little bit more impactful in the paint defense side of things. But just I'll let you talk about the attributes and the badges real quick.
Yeah, so dunking on this build a little less than the 6'8". Shooting definitely a little less too. It's definitely hard to shoot with this build. It has less corner specialist, less lucky 7, a little less 3-pointer, only one, but still a little tough. The good thing about this build is it has better interior defense, it has Hall of Fame rebounding, higher block rating. It's got 5 less speed than the 6'8", so it's a little slower, but it makes up in like size. Like it has the bigger body type.
Which do you think it matters?
I think body type does matter. I
Like
think
being burly or super skinny, do you think matters?
Yeah. I think it definitely does matter for paint contests and stuff like that. But yeah, this is the other build that everyone uses. It's like a 50-50 between the league between these and this one and the 6'8".
Yeah, it's like you mentioned, it's preference of style. We were talking about it before we started the video, but we can talk about it real quick now. It's basically like preference of style. You know, like if you're that powerful, whether you're like being more aggro, like swinging a lot, blitzing, being all over the place, the 6'8" fits you more.
Yeah.
You can still do the same things with the 6'9", but the 6'9", like I said, you don't want to be like super out of position or, you know, super aggro, knowing you got less speed and knowing like he mentioned, like 90 interior with 99 defensive rebound and Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Like if you're in that paint and you're boxing out, you're getting that board. Trust me, like those 6'9", they get those boards.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, it depends on play style. I personally, like I mentioned him, I would be the 6'8" type of play style. It just fits me more. But I definitely understand why people use the 6'9". Like I can see it every day, just the impact it does, rebounding and the paint interior defense. It is better in terms of blocking and contesting shots. But it's just play style. And this is the build. You can see the badges compared to the 6'8" in defense. Basically, they changed the rebound chaser, rim protector, and defensive leader to Hall of Fame, where this one has it on gold, but has box on Hall of Fame. So, you know, that's the little, you know, and Intimidator Hall of Fame, don't get me wrong, that's definitely a top badge.
Yeah.
And then shooting-wise, like he mentioned, obviously the 6'8" is a little bit better in terms of badges. Lucky 7 on silver, corner on gold. So 6'8", you can tell it's smaller, so it's a little bit better shooting, and it's a little bit worse on defense. You know, that's just the give and take you have. Yeah, both builds are definitely the top-notch builds. I think you can agree, right? In terms of like use in the league by the power forwards.
Yeah, definitely what everyone uses, those two builds.
The next one I call the useless one. There's always one useless build per position, in my opinion. And in the center is the popper. You know, in point guards, there's always you know, builds that you look at them and you look at the other ones. It's like, what are we thinking here? You know, like it doesn't make sense. So now I'm gonna show you guys. The next one is called the two-way facilitator 2. It's also a 6'9". It's a little bit heavier. You see 254, 239, and it has less speed. So it's way slower. It's worse defensively. And offensively, if you look at just badges-wise, right? If you look at like the big picture and you make your eyes just look at it, how you can see how many Hall of Fame badges are here and how many gold badges are here, and this is just full of bronze and silvers, right?
Yeah.
It's just, you know, and the badges are not the best. The speed is low. In terms of defense, like the impact is not even close to the other two. So you have less speed with a less defensive impact. You will think, okay, this build is like cracked out on offense, right? You will think like this is like the best finisher, best shooter, but not really. It's shooting wise, it's average. It's close to the same, but I would say the 6'8" is better. Driving dunk, the 6'8" is better. So like, I got nothing. You guys, you like it? At any point, do you?
The only good thing I have to say about this build is that it has the gold floor general, so everybody on the court gets a +3. But like the speed, almost a 7-foot center has the same speed as that, so that's why most people guard it from center when they play with this build. Like, it doesn't have very many pluses compared to the other builds. So.
Yeah. I mean, he mentioned Pro General. Listen, fellas, this is my opinion, right? You guys can take it as however you want, right? If I'm in the corner or I'm PNR, it don't matter. But if I'm power forward, I'm already sacrificing for the team, right? So now you want me to sacrifice more to give you a little +3 on attributes when you have 99-3 with 99 dribble? Like, come on, bro. Have to be better. So I will say this is useless. And if you guys are playing Pro-Am, you can put on defensive leader if you're the power forward, you know, to help the defense. But the offense, man, the shooting guy got to do it, or somebody else, because, like, you know, at some point, we got to be better. So this is the useless build from the power forwards. And this is the last one also in terms of, like, 5v5. So we have 5 builds. We're going to show you real quick so you guys can see again. So the top side is the top side is the 5v5 section, and the bottom side is the 3v3. Every position has 3 builds for 5v5 and 2 builds for 3v3. Don't get me wrong, you can still use the 5v5 builds for the 3v3 or the 3v3 builds for the 5v5. But the way they did it is like the 3v3 builds, we're going to talk about real quick right now, have no free throws. So by using them in the 5v5 scenario, at that point, you're a liability. And then with the other part I wanted to mention, and Rain can talk about it and expand a little bit more, is how when we play 3v3, you would expect the 3v3 builds to be the main use, but people use the 5v5 builds because they got better badges or better attributes. So it's kind of weird how they didn't make sure like the park builds were quote unquote the best builds for that game style and gameplay. But we're talking about it now. So let's jump into the two-way facilitator 3. Rain, jump us off.
Yeah, so I actually only know one guy who uses this build, and it's an amateur team who uses it. Handles.
Is Dario? No, it's not Dario.
No, he uses the double rim badge, the 6'9".
Okay, so this is it Miami? Miami?
Yeah, Miami uses this one. Okay. And I think he uses it because it has Hall of Fame chase down, and it gets standing dunk. But besides that, I don't really know. Like, it has less shooting, has a lot less mid range.
63.
Yeah, I think the only reason why he would use it is maybe for one more speed, Hall of Fame chase down, and the standing dunk. But besides that, I think the 6'9" 5s build is better.
Yeah, I agree. I think the purpose of the 6'9" on the park, like I mentioned, like I said, like these builds you will think are the best builds for park, but like you can see he was talking about it. The shooting is not like the best. It has low mid range, right? And then rebounding wise, yes, he can still rebound, but his rebound chase on goal with 89, 91, where the 6'9" has rebound chase on Hall of Fame with 99 rebound defensively, and has not way better, but it has better shooting, and he can also stand dunk. So in 3v3, I look at it more like, again, style of play. If you want to play with a bigger build, the rebounds is more in terms of like a presence, then the 6'9" is the best one. And if you want to use a build that is more faster, like I said, shooting wise and all this stuff, then the 6'8" is the best one. But not this one, it's the other 6'8", because as you can see, if we talk about it, it has better shooting, better mid range, has better driving dunk. This one, the problem with it obviously doesn't have the standing dunk. Yeah. But trust me, man, with the spacing on the 3v3 and the way people play, I really don't think it matters. At some point, like, yeah, you may miss a layup, but at the same time, you get a dunk, you get blocked. So it goes both ways. It's just in terms of how you think about it. I do understand, like he said, using it because it's chase down Hall of Fame. It makes sense. Maybe get a fluky block, but I still think, and not me in general, just how people play it and the amount of times people are using builds. The 6'8", 6'9", 5'5s are just. They just been used way more. Like he said, only one guy is using this build in the park. Everybody else using the other builds. So that's a tough one, right? And then the last build will be the two-way facilitator 4. It's a 6'9", 230. It has box out, wall, and paint intimidation as takeovers. 99 standing dunk. But I'm not gonna keep talking after you guys see the shooting because, like, come on, like, there's no way this is a park build.
Yeah, if this build. Like, if insides were the meta, it would be a good build, but they're not in 3s, so it kind of makes it like a useless build, just like the 6'9" with it's really slow on 5s. But yeah, this build's not used at all. So
I think it's like I mentioned with the like whole thing about having a purpose and making builds for a purpose. Like, some builds gotta be the shooting builds, other builds gotta be rebounding builds, other builds gotta be the defense. So, like, builds gotta have their purpose. If you're gonna make the game how it is right now, where they're limited to just one side of the ball or limited to a couple things, you gotta make sure one build has more than the other in terms of like more. You know, like 85 3-pointer compared to 77, and 99 rebounding compared to 89, and 99 steal compared to 89. Like, there has to be some things that the other has better, so you can mix and match depending on style of play. Because you can't have an inside being a 6'9", can't shoot, right? And then if you're going to do this, then just so you guys know, people are using center builds in the park. At that point, they go and use the 7-footers and the 7-1s because they're insides, but they're so much bigger that they literally dominate anything in the paint in terms of rebound and mashing. So if you are gonna use the inside as a meta, the other ones are better. And yes, you can think, oh, the 6'9" has 73 speed, so it's probably better. But trust me, man, like at some point the speed really, it does matter, don't get me wrong, but like just having a bigger build, better animations, and just a longer wingspan, all this stuff matters a little bit more in my opinion than just having 5 more speed. So it's just tough that this is a build because nobody will ever touch it. So they just wasted one slot of the builds, where they could have used the build to be like the maximum stretch where it has no defense but it's the best popper and you can shoot limitless. And maybe a team uses it because they want to run 5 hours, they want to run something like that, and this is the perfect build for that. And right, their liability is defense, so you got to make sure you take advantage of that. And now maybe that team, their center is guarding PNR, with a center build, which is harder. But you know what I mean? Like you have to make sure you're doing certain stuff so you can mix and match. Where right now, like we mentioned before, 6'8", 6'9", top 2 sides, versatile paintings, and two-way facilitator 1 are the most used builds. Everything else you barely see in the league, and that's tough. You want to see more builds, but hopefully in the future, you think we'll? I mean, I don't know. You think we're gonna stay with 5 builds in the future? They're gonna add more. I feel like they're gonna add more. They have to.
I think they could add more for sure, cause like, I think one more like park build or maybe another like.
It's a little slot right there, right?
Yeah,
there's a little empty slot.
Yeah, there definitely is, and I think another usable build could definitely be used.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so last question. I think I already asked you, but I'll ask you again. Which one would you play if you were the power forward? Would you be the 6'8" or the 6'9"?
I would use a 6'8" because like the way I play, like reach heavy as a power forward,
Okay.
like I'm called rotations and stuff like that. But like you said, if you play more conservative, 6'9" is definitely like if you wanna kind of like stay in the pick and roll,
Guard that
like
paint,
calling the center to the 6'9" definitely.
Yeah, so as you can see, we got 2 6'8" because I'm also 6'8" heavy. You can see in the league kind of like it's going towards the 6'9". More people are using it, but 6'8" is very impactful in terms of creating havoc on the PNR defense.
Yeah.
So that is it for the power forward builds. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and comment below any questions related to any build and the why, if, and buts. You can just ask ahead, and we'll definitely probably do a video about it and later. So I appreciate you guys. Big Rain, Jomar, peace out, fellas. Have a good one.